banana dream, but star banana vampire evil's desire. It's just a meditation of my heart, pure and conscious thought. Be overstanding on the smart. Listen to the children speak the word and shine the light in the dark, yeah. Simplicity we used to survive, men who find it difficult because they ignorant and die. Simplicity me used to survive, do what to do in proper name. That's the way through life. Simplicity I used to survive. Children, open up your eyes. Simplicity me used to survive. Burn Pharisees and scribes. Yeah. Avoid your anger, not report. Praise Rastafari and live a worthy cause. Give us all the blessing, give us all reward to help the poor and find it easy when them find it hard. Simplicity I used to survive, may not find it difficult because they ignorant and die. Simplicity I used to survive, I shall live and love your life. Keep doing what you're doing, don't you grumble. See what you sow is what you reap, so be humble. Know what you're doing, you never stumble. Burn down Rome and side them crumble. Lead the way with the word that I speak. Never must you stray, praise the King in the east. Oh, I know you teach Christ, I am not rich. Oh, yeah. Simplicity I used to survive. Men who find it difficult because they ignorant and all. Simplicity I used to survive. Burn Pharisees and scribes. Simplicity I used to survive. Men who find it difficult.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali, and we are joined in studio by the man who wears many hats, Mr. Rondon. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm waiting for Amali to say something smart, but he occupied. But
While he occupied, we could talk about
yes, some updates.
On our offers. So now we're speaking about both CNC, Hertz, and Honda St. Kitts.
All three.
All three.
Okay.
Awesome.
And most of the offers did apply because on the last shows I did discuss about the 4.5% interest, no money down, 7-year repayment. Now we've added into that now we have 3-month deferred payment.
Okay.
Yeah. Now this offer finishes at the end of the month. So I would, for those who are interested, go ahead and check out the website for HondaSankits.com and go ahead and call us to get some more details in terms of the financing and the process. I will be talking about it a little bit later in the show in terms of the process, purchasing a car, whether it be used or the new ones.
Yeah.
But again, that offer is limited. The other one that's available is now for the used cars, which is up to $75,000, that you do have to do the 5% down, 5-year repayment plan, and that is a 7% interest. And then the last offer, which is that $40,000 unsecured loan, and that's all 3 of those are through National Bank. So we have something that fits within everybody's budget in terms for them trying to purchase a car. Now, from the previous shows and discussions we've had a lot of people asking a lot of questions more in terms of the financing. How can we afford, the basic money matter parts of purchasing a car. So what we did is, if my lovely assistant Jade could pull up the website. So if you go to Facebook and you click on our link, it will bring you up to the website, which is Hertz Car Sales. Jade? Oh, okay. If you go there, you will see a rundown of our inventory of all the cars we have available. Now, we've added a bunch of features to the site to inform our customers, as well as to assist them in terms of purchasing and finding the right car for them. So if you're going through the site, you can see in terms of price range, our lowest car right now is starting from $17,000. Our highest is $165,000.
17,000?
17,000. That is,
lovely, right?
I think that is a Nissan Sentra. I have to check and see. I can't remember.
And how do we get this website?
If you go to the Facebook page, Honda St. Kitts, you go ahead and click on the link for the website. You'll see it right there. Or in most of our posts, the link for the site is there as well. So you can browse through the site, see what cars we have available, make, model, financing options. So, for example, you can sort for them by the those who are eligible for the 40,000 unsecured loan, you can select those and see which one. If you go into the details of each link for each car, you actually get a monthly estimate at what the lowest monthly rate is. Because we have a lot of people who have called into us, asked us, what's the most asked question is, how much a month is this going to be? How much is this going to cost me? So we went ahead and just give an estimate as low as it would be. So if you go on the site, it would show you the for most of the cars, the monthly cost, it would be as low as. Obviously that when you go ahead and go with a financing advisor and they have a discussion, that may change because that depends on your current work situation, any existing debts and things like that. But this is just to give you a rough idea in terms of what the costing would be and would it fit into your budget. So it's a quick one-stop. You can go, look, check out the cars, see what works with your budget, and then go ahead and get the details. Now, Jade, if you could just click, I guess, let me see, 664. Go ahead and click on that one. The R664, the Nissan.
Jade don't know cars.
But this
I
is
literally
on the screen.
That one. Okay. So for our viewers, so for those who are listening to us on radio, or not viewing us online, we're looking at, I think that's what? Scroll down for me.
You have to give her time to
I
change shapes and so on.
Yes, she's doing a lot of stuff on the OBS.
Okay, yeah. So we have a Nissan Versa sedan. That one is in pretty good condition. It is a 2013. The price is $30,000. Again,
Not bad.
if you go down and you hit the read more, it would give you the mileage. So you would get a rough estimate in terms of the mileage, details, the general details of the car. But on the page itself, you can also call in and click right then and there to go ahead and call and ask about financing or go ahead and get a test drive. Now, with all our used cars, you do get that free month free servicing. So we don't just give you the car and say bye.
Sweet.
We try and be all inclusive. So we will provide you that servicing for those first 3 months. Again, we also offer that. Again, we do sell the cars as is. They're well maintained, but we also allow you to bring your mechanic in, check the car again, see what issues. Because with all older cars, like a lot of people will say it runs fine, but as a car gets older, there are little peculiarities that come up. And we always want to ensure that you once you get a car from us, it fits for you.
Right.
So some people, they might not be, they might say, okay, well, I'm not too sure about this one. I'm not too confident about this one. Some people who are not that technically savvy, they would want something a little bit newer because obviously newer means less issues. We have those cars as well. So you can check through the browse history to see the makes and models. So we really try and make it easy for you to print down and pick the car that is literally right for you, as well as give you the tools, those financial tools that you can go through and see if you can manage the payments. Because this economy and things that are going on, that is significant. And we know now that there's an importance in terms of getting your own car just because of the situation with COVID-19. It's safer for you to have your own personal vehicle than to rely on public transport.
I like this. Because even on the thumbnails, it shows you right away how low the payments per month might be.
And that is a huge plus because at the end of the day, that is exactly what somebody who's going to buy a new car.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. How much it can cost me?
How much of my salary a month am I going to?
And we're just talking about this in terms of government institutions.
I'm thinking the same thing.
We're just talking about how inefficient these the government machinery. And you come in here and you're just like, it's one-stop shop. Everything here for you. You have to ask the question.
Well, yeah, we take a cue from our American franchises where we see like a lot of people, we see that movement that it's online. You want that immediate, all right, I need to know the facts, right then and there, as opposed to the old school where people like, how much it be? Well, you got to come in, you got to ask me this question.
It saves you time as well.
It saves
wasting
you
your time,
time.
etc.
Because also with that, you can actually, there's a wish list, so you can add multiple cars and then compare and say, all right, well, I like this one, but maybe this one is cheaper, but this one is newer, so might have less problems. So if you have there, you actually do have to sign up. Because actually, if you do sign up, it also gives you the opportunity that we add cars daily. It will notify you when we get new cars and new inventory in.
Nice.
So you don't even have to go to the site. It'll just tell you, hey, we have this car. you might be interested in it. Check it out. Da, da, da.
So what you're saying is that there was an existing model that made sense, and you had adopted it to make life easier for you and your customers. That's what happened.
Very much so.
Oh,
we
that's
saw,
strange.
like I said, we are part of the Hertz franchise, and we try, and especially for Hertz and Honda, we try to bring all the features that we see. Because a lot of the times you see in the Western model, they were like, we have this, but then when you go to the Caribbean or the other regions, they don't have those features. So we're trying now more to incorporate and integrate, so it's more seamless and more ease for the person to go ahead and have those features and those benefits that we see in the main branches in the U.S. So again,
no matter where you go to Hertz, it's the same experience.
Universal.
And it's a similar one.
Mm-hmm. And because we do have multiple catalogs, because you also have Hertz, CNC, Honda, Dollar, we're going to try, and all of them, they're going to have the same catalog and inventory. And you actually can filter from the pages themselves to say, hey, okay, I just want to see what's on Honda Sync kits, which is just the newer cars, the City, the LX, and the HRV and the CRV, yeah. So you can go ahead and filter and get that information. And again, we do have those buttons right there for you to go ahead and click and ask those information for those who have more questions in terms of financing and getting that process done. We try and make it as seamless as possible and easy for you to get those answers back as quickly as possible. We do know that we have a lot of people that have been asking questions on Facebook. We have been a little slow, and that's because we just had a large influx of questions, and that was pertaining to, again, the financing and a lot of that, which is, again, why we kind of expedited the priority of getting this site up, so you can get those details and get that information. And again, it's a large catalog of cars, so you can go ahead and you have a lot to look for to make that determination of what's the best car for you.
Awesome. Randon, it really seems like you guys have thought about almost everything as it relates to what customers are going to need to be able to come to you guys, see what's available, and see what's well within their means, and try and really choose the vehicle that's right for them. I actually went up to CNC and Hertz and took a look at some of the vehicles. And,
so wait, hold on. You went, and yet somebody else in the studio who said they were definitely 100% confident they were going to come did not go, but you did.
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
Who changed Shaden?
Who you Shaden?
I know he told me.
I just said somebody in here.
Kevin, you look guilty.
I just said somebody.
You just look guilty, Kevin. I don't know.
I watching the website.
Remember Kevin, you know? Remember Kevin, this Jade.
I gave my budget long time.
Remember Kevin say you only got $7,
Okay.
So, Brandon, no, he is serious.
Are you referring to me?
Yes, he is.
I will never say anything negative about you.
Oh.
Thank you.
So that wasn't negative, it's just an occurrence.
Oh,
Just
man.
make one to his Jade, just make
You gonna make him not blink.
Okay. But now getting to Honda.
He just blinked, it was Jade.
But now getting to the Honda, again, we had a lot of questions about the cars themselves and in terms of the monthly payments. Now, for example, our most cost-effective, if you go to, for example, this is just to give you an example in terms of how financing plays a pretty important part in the cars. If you look at the Honda CRV, the 2014, which is there. Now, its monthly is, I think that was $1,500.
Yeah, one.
Now, with the offer we have now for the, for the 0 down, 4.5%, 7 repayment, if we go ahead and say, hey, I want to get a new car, which would be in that range, the Honda CT, the Honda HRV, and the Honda fully loaded HRV are actually cheaper per month than that one.
Really?
So, for example, for the 7-year repayment plan. So the Honda City, it's $80K, but its monthly would be as low as $1,112. Now, if you're looking at the HRV, which is, is the standard one, but it still has a lot of features. The Honda Sense, you have the Bluetooth connection, Honda Link when we have it available. Nicely detailed as a sport car, comes in the same options as the more fully loaded. That would be $1,349 a month, as low as. Again, we said as low as because, again, different factors would affect and do that costing. We do also have to say that, some of the financial institutions, we say, aside from looking at the offer as is, you also have to look at, all right, if I have a little piece of change, let me add that and see what that would adjust in terms of my monthly payment. So that's another way of getting it downloaded. A lot of people sometimes they just see the offer and they go straight, and maybe sometimes they get declined. But maybe what you can do is just try and adjust and see. All right, talk with the financial element and see what's the best option for you.
Right.
You know, don't necessarily go that way. And then again, we have multiple offers. So you may not fit within this category,
But something else
but
might.
definitely within all the way down to that 40,000 unsecured, you would fit into there to get
Yes,
something that works for you. But as I said, that financing plays that significant amount, and especially like I am focusing on that one because this is a really good offer. As you can see from the pricing of your monthly rate, it is comparable, or well, I should say less than if you had purchased a used car.
Right.
So yeah, I would, I tell everybody, come down, check out the cars we have, the City, the HRV, CRV. Take a look. It doesn't hurt for you to see what it would entail, or the process for you to get that financing done. With our persons there, we try and make it as seamless and as easy as possible to get that information to you and those details to help you get the car that you want.
Well,
But just to finish off, because I didn't think I did the CRVs. The CRVs, which is the one which is 126 hours, which is the standard, that would be 1,752 a month as low as. And then the fully loaded, which is all out, moonroof, CarPlay, Android Play, Bluetooth, the Honda Sense, the rear. The best way I could explain it is just wave your foot and the back door opens.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Automatic lift gate.
The automatic lift gate. Yeah, that one, funny enough, is 2016 a month. And if you check us now, we actually have some pickups in that. I think they're on the site now, but also we have
I saw a sexy Isuzu pickup there a while ago.
Yeah, so we have some utility vehicles as well. So we're trying, like I said, we're trying to cover the gambit of all options you might be interested in, and we try and have something for each customer.
I like this.
this is so forward. I don't even have anything to ask you. I don't
Yeah, I don't even have any questions
that.
because this is so straightforward and super simple.
Like, it's literally browse, try, buy.
Literally.
I like that.
Your price is
Browse,
here.
try, buy.
And what we see a lot of the times is that prices aren't available. You have to always pop in to check price. But price is here. You can see how low your monthly payment is. All these things.
No, but the thing about it is there's such a wide range of offerings. It's so good to know that you could, before even going to the dealership, you could say, oh, these are the ones I'm interested in. So you go there, you don't have to walk around for 10 hours looking at all the different vehicles, trying to figure out which ones you're interested in.
Right.
You come and say, these three are the ones that I'm looking at. Can I see these? Can I try them?
walk straight to the vehicle. Yeah.
And then
Because even
Buy.
and again, it's for you to be able to do that comparison shopping, and our prices are competitive. I can definitely tell you that. For example, we have other dealerships with new cars. I ain't gonna call no names. Their base one is, I think, 189,000, which for a comparable car.
I can tell you what
It's
it is.
it's quite all right. But the CRV, but our CRV in the same lane, that's that one, is the 97. And if you went with the fully loaded, which is about 126, or the fully loaded in the CRV, which is 145, it's still lower than that one. So we
Yes,
try, we look,
significantly.
and this is prices we had from last year, because we try and keep things as competitive. We try and put things within the budget and how the economy is working. So a lot of these, we try and stay competitive. We try and put what we see our customers are interested in, and we try and bring those features to them.
Brilliant.
Significantly lower for the fully loaded version. I am already mesmerized by this website.
And Randon, so you mentioned before that you guys were getting a lot of questions and stuff. So I guess that hints to the fact that people are interested in the deals. People are looking, and so if you are interested, you probably should go to the website like right now. And,
You can go to HondaSaintKits.com. You can go to Hertz Car Sales St. Kitts and just go through and browse and see what like I said, I would invite you to go and see what we have on offering. My personal bias, but I think we have some of the best rates that are on the island. Again, we make it seamless and easy for you to go through the process, especially with COVID and social distancing. You literally can sit home and browse through our catalogs and see what we have available, and then make that decision before you come down.
Brilliant.
So we try and make sure that you're very much informed You have an idea of what you're costing and your financing, and especially for those with families, that's a significant and important thing. You always want to have that discussion, hey, can we afford this? What do we need to make that adjustment? And again, as I said, you don't necessarily have to take the offers as is. If you go ahead and have that cushion that you can do the down payment, that would affect that monthly rate.
Yeah.
So it is a situation of having that dialogue or having that conversation with the financer and say, hey, this is kind of what I'm looking at. You know, it's a little too high.
How can we make it work?
How can we make it work? How can we do it down? This Friday, what I'll be doing online is for those who are interested in the cars, we will be doing some estimates. So then, for example, if you come in and you say, hey, I'm purchasing this, it's coming up to this. What can I do to adjust? We'll try and do it, you know, online. We'll go through and try and go through the process in terms of seeing how we can work with the numbers to try and fit within the range that you're looking for.
Nice. Rondon, what vehicle in the inventory, the Honda inventory, do you like? Which is the one that generally catches your eye?
Well, I won't say for me, but there is one that...
I asked for you.
Well, me personally, I would go with the HRV, but...
Yes.
I said my mom, she eyeing the CRV.
Mom's eyeing the CRV?
She was eyeing the CRV. She was
Yeah,
like,
you like mom's
The sporty look of it.
No, she's like she's one of those where she's like, how much can I fit in?
Okay.
Yes, right.
She looking at
She's like,
cargo space.
Yeah, she's like, how much stuff can I fit into this?
Yeah.
So I do like the features for that. I do really like the seating, the seat adjustments and the internal environment. Just because, you know, as you get a little bit older and you want a little bit of lumbar support and all of that stuff. So before I
nice cabin. Yeah.
Before never used to pay attention to any of that. Now I'm like, okay, I want to get like a nice comfortable seat that could ease back.
And some leg room.
Yeah.
It's funny how different customers would focus on different things, eh? Like some people ain't really to care about how it look or whatever, but if when I'm inside, I feel comfortable, I get a sense of luxury, then that does it for them. Whereas some other customers be like, man, you got in this color? Like, it's interesting to see how different customers focus on different things.
Well, I've seen the younger crowd, they were like, they're more interested in like that sleek look, but they're also very much into that integrated system with their phones because, you know, they want to get directions, play music, things like that. To be honest, I had a car for 8 years, I never turned on the radio. And now that...
You're a strange person now.
I'm not a strange person.
No, because you're playing from something else?
Huh?
You're playing from...
I used to play because
you never turn on the FM.
That's what I mean.
Because if I get
same.
I
I don't turn on the radio because my phone's connected and playing.
Me too, yeah.
So it's continued for back. And
I take it back, sorry. Sorry. I thought he meant to say he don't use, like he never taught me. I was like, wow, he just listen to like...
Nothing?
Road noise, like...
I feel I need to call that lady from yesterday. Go to her after.
Which lady?
You know which lady?
Which lady for sure?
She's that with a D.
Oh my word.
But no, I never used to use those features. But then coming into the newer cars, it's like, I could connect my phone. It'll automatically switch over.
That's big for me.
So those what is it? Quality of life enhancements. They're minor, but after I put it this way: once you start using them, when you take them away, you're like, oh God, no.
You don't know
So all the CRVs and HRVs have these features for both iPhone and Android, which is a big thing. For some people, it's either or, and if your car doesn't support one or the other, it does become a bit of a headache, even if they do have the Bluetooth.
Yes.
So with those, as I said, all those features are there available for you. A lot of those options that you see in the U.S. cars are available in that, such as the directions, playing media music, some level of autonomous driving, such through the Honda Sense. As I said, it can check what's around you and it adjusts your driving to ensure your safety.
Right, and the safety of those around you.
And roundabouts.
No, I don't know if they have that yet, but
soon. But that was very informative. Thank you very much. Are there any last bits of information you're gonna plug for us?
As I said, I think I covered everything, but I would like you to check out our yes.
Before you wrap up, the Wi-Fi Is that's still being offered as well?
Oh yeah, the
The
offer
one-
is still in the internal Wi-Fi, the mobile hotspot.
Mobile hotspot, yeah.
It is offered on that one for just the new model.
new models.
Just for the new model.
Nice.
So you will get that Wi-Fi, that the 3 months of gas for both your home and the car itself, the free Honda accessories. So it's a really nice package.
Yeah, definitely.
Big time.
But as I said, just check out our website, our Facebook page, and then go to the website, browse,
Yeah.
see what's available.
And then buy something.
Yeah. As I said, on a regular basis, we do post the new cars we have available and the features for the Honda and the HRV or CRV, so you can get those details right then and there. So again, we check out the site, check out the page, call us. We're always here. We're happy to talk to you and inform you about what we have.
Brilliant. Well, Ryan, thank you very much for joining us and disseminating this very valuable information. I'm so excited. I can't afford a car, but
I'm just going to look
for
just
people who
because.
can't afford cars, this is very good for you.
Very-
Just going
Well, you may
look
not be
just
able
put
to
it up
afford a
here.
car now, but again, with the system,
By next year.
Oh, that's it. Proud out in business.
Started in business. Hopefully, I'm employed by then.
Fingers
Based on how I went down this morning, me get a government job. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to the end of this segment with our friends from Hertz and the CNC
and Honda.
and Honda. We're going to take a break and come back to our last segment.
Oh,
We
hold
shall-
on. Completely forgot.
Ooh, more, yes.
Okay.
You know, so well
For those, because
information.
a lot of people ask this question. If you want to check out the cars in all their glorious colors, the different variety of models, if you go by our location at Connery, next to Scenic Railway,
Yes.
they're there. Because people do ask that question. Yes, all the colors, all the stylings,
And
the
the
trimmings
feel,
and
the
finish,
difference,
they're there.
yeah.
So if you really, really can't wait to take a look at one, you can go right there. 'Cause
One more-
all of them are here.
One more quick question, Randon, just for the people listening who are Honda fans, but don't necessarily see the offering that they like, particular vehicle. Could you say why some of those aren't necessarily on island? And is it possible, for instance, like I personally like the Ridgeline and the Pilot? Would if
the Accords.
do you guys offer that like on special order or?
Well, not to get too in depth, but as I said, there's different franchises and there are different regions. So there's different cars that are offered to us.
Okay,
and
gotcha.
for example, funny enough, the Honda, for example, if I went, the Honda HRV LX is not exactly identical to the Honda HRV LX in the US. It's not exactly identical to the Honda HRV in Thailand. So they
Right,
have different
exactly.
offerings, and that is determined by the company itself, as well as what they see the interest within the region. So if you do go to our site, you will see the full catalog. That is what is available here.
Yeah.
For example, as you said, the Honda Pilot, there would be a variant that would not be under the Honda Pilot name,
Right,
but if you look at it,
exactly.
you'd be like, oh, that's a
That's
Honda
a Honda
Pilot.
Pilot. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because Trinidad, funny enough, they have some cars that are in the HRV family, but they're not called that. And the same thing for India.
Yeah.
That's like the...
It depends on the market.
That's
It
like
happens
the
in different
Honda-
regions
That's like
and
the
stuff
Honda
like that.
Fit and Blitz, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Same kind
So
of,
when you go on
yeah.
there, you will see them. We do offer the opportunity for you to purchase them, but again, those are because we usually select what the interest is, so that's what we bring down immediately. So that's what you would see in the dealership right there. But it does not exclude you from not purchasing. Like I'm picky. I want this exactly this, and this.
Awesome.
That option is still
So if
available
I
to
want,
you.
so if
Right.
I want
Yeah.
a fully loaded Honda Accord, leather interior, move with everything, I
Yeah.
can go to CNC and you can bring it here for me.
Yes, you would sit down with us. We'd go through, see what options available. We'll see, because you can either build it completely custom, or we will see whatever dealerships outside have it and then bring it down for you. So you have a lot of options and a lot of price points to play with.
Sweet.
So you
Question.
yes.
Do you have the option of buying cars from the US market here? Like
From
like if I wanted a US spec Honda Ridgeline.
A US spec Honda Ridgeline, that I would have to check and see. Because again, with a lot of the region specifics, they have prerequisites
yeah,
or
okay.
things they would have with the
Limitations,
cars
yeah.
and the limitations.
Okay.
We can reach out and get in touch with the because we're all inclusive, the Honda family. We can reach out and ask that question, but it's one that we've never been asked before. So I don't want to answer and
Just
say
ask
yes, it
me.
is something possible. But I can inquire it, and the next time on, I'll give you an answer.
Oh, brilliant.
Sweet.
All right, well, thanks very much. And we'll pause now and then come back to some more Island Tea. Stay tuned.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
If Jah is by my side, I won't hide. No, I won't hide. Bum, 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 this a tune now. Bum, 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 this a tune now. Bum, 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 this a tune now. Bum, bum, bum. If Jah